stories. It was like they all Puff did was party. He was like, sometimes you can't even get near him. He hires like 20 Navy SEALs. He said, as you used to tell me, like Puff's security was crazy, and he said everybody had to sign an NDA. But even then, he said to me, I'm like, well, like, who show? He goes, nobody's at those freak offs. He goes, nobody trusts him. I said, he goes, 50% of the industry thinks he killed Tupac, and the other 50% think he kills Biggie.
It's Black Rob.
Yeah, he says, do you think anybody would trust him with information? Or meaning like let them see themselves in a vulnerable way? This is 2006. He's telling me this. 2007. You know what I mean? He's like, nobody trusts Puffy in the industry. He goes, 50% of, like he said. And this is like, he didn't give the Locks their royalties yet. He didn't give Mary J. Blige hers yet. Like, he was a time, you know what I mean? Like, and they're talking now like presidents and this. Jay-Z, Corinne Steffens. You know who Corinne Steffens is? All right. Yeah. So when she was at the height of her video vixens, she was doing a video shoot for one of Jay-Z's artists with Jay-Z in the song. And Jay-Z went to her and said, I heard that you're the best in the game. He's like, I'm going to have a car waiting after this shoot. Just open the door, get in, and come with me. So she gets in the car. They take off. They drive to a secluded area. Jay-Z puts on a condom and lets her blow him. Finishes, doesn't say anything to her, drops her back off like nothing happened. You think this is the girl that gives the best head in the whole industry? You think he's at a freak off with Puff Daddy? He put a condom on, drove to a secluded area where nobody knew? Are you kidding me? There's nothing. Puffy has nothing on nobody. There's the party that was inside. People went to that party, which Mike Rubin throws now. It was Puffy's white party, to network, to see who's there, to meet people, to see what models are there. Maybe 10, 15 people end up at that after hour freak off that they call now, and they all got to sign NDAs. You think Jay-Z's going to look at Puffy and say, you want me to sign an NDA? There's nobody. Leonardo DiCaprio's not at a freak off. Who are you? Like, I'm the star. You're going to make me sign an NDA? And then all that shit that you're hearing on the news is all bullshit. Nobody trusted Puffy in 1997. Do you think people would trust Puffy in the early 2000s? He told on Shine. Everybody knew that. Don't worry, Murray Richmond. Like, they put everything on Shine. And blamed him. You shouldn't. He says, I was protecting you. You shouldn't have pulled out a gun shooting. And then Jennifer Lopez had to give her statement to get away, to get out of it. You think people that was 20-something years ago. You think senators, athletes were going to trust Puffy in their most vulnerable positions? It's no-name models at the time, like Jaguar Wright. Like, look at all the people that are talking. They're nobodies. But it was like people in the industry that were nobodies, that needed to go to that freak off to get their name out there or to meet people or just happy to be invited. Nobody with any name or anything behind them would have trusted Puffy to see them in any vulnerable. That's why. So Little Dirk gets pinched, right? Within a week, there's a supersede indictment. Puffy gets pinched in the Southern District. The Eastern District is the only thing open. So they got to keep him at the Eastern District. And they got him on the celebrity level, 4. It's like camp. That's why they raided it. Because they wanted to get all the cell phones, all the food, all the drugs, so they can make Puffy suffer a little bit. And then they're going to bring everything back in. He's on a celebrity unit, 4th floor. Everybody knows that about MDC. So, where's this? He's the only person on a RICO charge. Did you ever hear that before? Mm-mm. RICO's like 3, 4, or more people. There's one person on a RICO charge. Kidnapping, RICO, and trafficking. You think now trafficking is paying somebody for prostitution. So now they got to prove that Puffy paid that person himself. It's the hardest thing in the world. He definitely never handed anybody any money. Kidnapping. who the did he kidnap? How are they going to prove that? Then they got to turn Bad Boy into the RICO? Because who else is on the RICO? There's one person, him. I never heard that before. So wait, so there's them 3 charges, right? The U.S. attorney gets on TV, right? This is, I mean, if you've been through the system, you're looking at it the way I am. The U.S. attorney gets on TV, doesn't talk about who got kidnapped, don't talk about who got trafficked, and don't discuss the RICO. Discuss 3 AR-15s with the numbers rubbed off and drugs. Why? He wasn't charged with it. So now let's drop the RICO. Let's drop the kidnapping. Let's drop the trafficking charge. How much time does a guy get for 1 AR-15 with the numbers rubbed off?
I mean,
10, 15 years?
Yeah.
Because if the numbers is rubbed off, that means you're going to use that gun to hurt somebody.
Be a ghost gun.
Right. Therefore, there's 3 of them. Why not charge him with the guns? Forget everything else. He'll do 30 years just for the guns.
Mm-hmm.
Hobbs Act. The feds have 1 million charges for that.
Right.
So who do the 3 ARs belong to? Why is the U.S. attorney, the federal government, wasting money? This ain't no Mickey Mouse operation. This is center stage. El Chapo, Pablo Escobar, Southern District. No other district. Why is they showing us bullshit drugs and 3 AR-15s with the numbers rubbed off? For what reason? And if the man's not being charged with that, they're going to put it into the RICO? Then who's in the RICO with that?
Right.
It makes no sense. None of these charges. Then what'd you give him no bail for? That made no sense. There's no violence.
What are they saying? Is it going to be a flight risk?
But there's no violence. So what's the flight risk? You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, the guy's giving up his kids' passports, his passports. He's got too many kids that he has to take care of. Their mother's dead. It's no flight risk there. But, okay, he's a flight risk. Now, Alphonse, what was he worth at his best, my friend? 10 million, right? He found a way never to be in his cell, never to be on the unit. He hired Jerry, he's dead now, Gerard Chagall. He's a trial lawyer. They got mad at him for that, to cop out. But he had another guy. I forgot his name. But he paid that guy to come up to MCC 4 times a week, 5 times a week, for 6-7 hours a day. Use the guy's cell phone, ate out of the vending machine. How come nobody's sitting telling Puffy, you don't ever have to be in your cell? Hire a lawyer for $300-400 an hour to come up 7 days a week and sit with you on the video. Because they didn't let you out on bail, you need to go over all your discovery. Mm-hmm. I was out of his cell 4 days a week. And he's not worth a tenth of what Puffy is. He brought up his Gumada for him as a law assistant. Was on his cell phone. Brought him food. Hung out, talked for hours and hours and hours. They give you your own little room when you can't make bail and you have to fight your case.
Right.
They eventually gave Alphonse bail. That was part of the Pelican when he took it to the whatever it was, the Second Circuit, whatever it was, to say, I'm out of my cell 6 hours a day trying to go through all this discovery, 400 hours of tapes, blah, 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 and they let him out of bail. How come nobody's telling Puffy he could be sitting in a fucking room with his lawyer, pay any lawyer, just to get the out if you're that worried.
Right.
And you could be sitting there for 6 hours a day. He's got the money to pay somebody $400 an hour. I think I was paying the guy $250 an hour to come 4 days a week. It was never. I was in the same dorm. It was only me and him. There's 127 guys in the building, part of organized crime, and he's the only guy that I end up with, and he's out of the bill for 6 hours a day.
Right.
Puffy, how doesn't he have a law team around him telling him you could be doing this in MDC? If a guy like Al don't have a tenth of the money, was out of his cell for 4 or 5 hours, 5-6 hours a day, 4 days a week. Like, there's so much that's going on in this case that he should have a powerhouse lawyer team. Like, what do you keep denying the guy bail for? He's willing to put up $50 million.
So if you had to wrap this up with Diddy right now, you think he's going to get off?
10
Just
years. No, I think he's going to do 10 years.
10 years now?
Because there's something with that RICO charge.
Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting to hear what it is.
Yeah, but what's the RICO charge?
Right.
And the Southern District, again, is the main stage. That's where terrorists get. You can't, prosecute terrorists in Brooklyn. Eastern District, like they fly everybody to the Southern District. But after Jeffrey Epstein, they closed down the Southern District and they shipped everybody to the Eastern District, which is MDC. So he's on the main stage. He could be superseded in the Eastern District. He could have a superseded indictment in Miami, wherever this happened, because I don't know where the kidnapping happened. I don't know. So the Southern District could be anywhere. He could be indicted in the Southern District, and it could have happened anywhere. But then these individual districts can supersede him. You know, and that's what I told people. It's now, my case happened in 2011, when people thought I cooperated and I profited and I told on everybody. All right, I was on the streets for 38 years. I know everybody. I know everybody's dirt. So therefore, there should be superseded indictments coming. Right? What is it, 13 years later? There's never been one superseded indictment.
Right.
So who the f*** got in trouble because of me? You know what I'm saying? It'll be in the book.
It's going to be in the book, baby.
But I'm just saying,
yeah.
There's supposed to be, Little Dirk was in jail for a week, and he got hit with a superseded indictment.
Yeah. Two different cases.
What do you mean?
Dirk and Diddy.
What makes a difference? Diddy was committing crimes in all different districts.
Yeah, but
so if his case was as severe as the media is making it be.
Dirk's one, there's cooperators.
There's cooperators in his case as well.
Yeah, I know. They're just not putting out there like these.
But that's the whole point.
Yeah,
when you have cooperators in the grand jury, that's when the superseding indictments come. Where are all these cooperators they're talking about? He should have been. It's the same thing.
Right.
They don't have them.
Yeah.
That's my point. It's the same thing with Dirk. Dirk has cooperators. And they went to the grand jury and they got a superseded indictment. If Puffy had cooperators, they would have been at the grand jury already all this time, and he would have superseded indictment.
You go to prison, and you think that your people would have your back. No, they don't have your back. Instead, my mother's paying for my commissary money. How the is that? I'm supposed to be happy about this right now? I'm supposed to be coming home jolly? Really? I'm sitting in prison, I can't get $1 from them? I'm blowing up cop cars, doing all this shit for them, and I get nothing out of this. What I get out of this? A reputation? What the good did that do me? I come home, I got clowns I'm answering to now, which I'll never respect or fucking recognize. They can send me all they want, but thanks a lot, I ain't going. So put a hit on me. You ain't killing anyway.